Celtic mythology is filled with legendary warriors, powerful deities, and mystical forces that shape the world. However, not all figures in Celtic tradition are heroic or benevolent. Some represent the darker, more ominous aspects of life and fate. One such entity is Uath, whose name translates to terror or fear in Old Irish. While not as widely recognized as figures like Lugh, the Dagda, or Cú Chulainn, Uath embodies the darker side of war, destiny, and supernatural fear, making him one of the most enigmatic characters in Celtic lore. The concept of Uath is closely associated with dread and the unknown, often appearing in medieval Irish texts where fear itself is given form. Unlike gods or warriors with tangible descriptions, Uath is often represented as an abstract force, something that cannot be clearly seen but is deeply felt. This makes Uath a unique figure, more akin to an embodiment of terror itself, rather than a conventional deity or hero. In Celtic tradition, warriors often face challenges not just of strength, but also of willpower. Many ancient Irish sagas depict heroes encountering supernatural manifestations of fear, sometimes in the form of terrifying phantoms or spectral beings that test their resolve. These terrifying figures were sometimes referred to as Uath, suggesting that they were the personification of inner fear, externalized as an otherworldly force. One of the most well-known references to Uath comes from early Irish literature, where he is connected to the gory and brutal aspects of war. Warriors who hesitated before battle were said to have been overcome by Uath, their minds consumed by an inescapable dread that could render even the bravest men powerless. This aligns with the broader Celtic belief that mental fortitude was just as important as physical strength, and that fear was an enemy just as deadly as any sword-wielding foe. Uath's influence also extends into Celtic poetic traditions, particularly in the Ogham alphabet, an ancient writing system used by the early Irish. In the Ogham script, the symbol for Uath is associated with the hawthorn tree, which was often linked to mystery, danger, and supernatural protection. The hawthorn was considered a sacred tree, believed to be a gateway to the otherworld, where spirits and fairies resided. Cutting down a hawthorn was said to bring terrible misfortune, reinforcing the idea that Uath was tied to the mystical forces that governed fate. Beyond the battlefield, Uath was also invoked in prophetic visions and omens. Druidic seers, who played a crucial role in guiding Celtic tribes, were known to interpret signs of impending doom through visions, dreams, and nature's warnings. If a warrior or king experienced a shadowy figure or an unshakable feeling of dread, it was believed to be Uath manifesting as an omen of death or disaster. This made Uath a figure of cosmic warning, a harbinger of change and misfortune. Some scholars suggest that Uath may have later influenced the development of phantoms, banshees, and other spectral beings in Irish folklore. The fearsome presence of Uath in early mythology may have evolved into the more defined death omens seen in medieval and modern legends. Like the banshee who foretells death with her chilling wail, Uath was an entity that signaled a coming catastrophe, a battle lost before it began, or the inevitable march of fate. While Uath is not commonly worshipped or revered like the Dagda or Brigid, his role in Celtic mythology is no less significant. He serves as a reminder of the unseen forces that shape human destiny, an acknowledgement that fear, doubt, and uncertainty are as real as the weapons wielded in war. His presence in myth reinforces the Celtic warrior ethos, which emphasized not just physical prowess, but also the need for mental and spiritual resilience in the face of overwhelming dread. In modern interpretations of Celtic mythology, Uath can be seen as a representation of inner fears and psychological battles, an aspect of mythology that transcends time. While ancient warriors had to face their fears in battle, modern individuals encounter their own Uath in the form of anxieties, doubts, and the unknown challenges of life. Despite his obscure status, Uath remains a profound symbol of fear and courage, reminding us that to conquer the external world, one must first conquer the internal one. His legend stands as a testament to the Celtic understanding of fear, not as something to be avoided, but as something to be faced, understood, and ultimately overcome.